Everyone, it's Kathy, and you're back here on my YouTube channel, Kathy's Random Acts of Stampin'. As many of you know, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm located here in the beautiful state of North Carolina, and I'm just west of Charlotte in Gastonia. So, what I wanted to address today, since I had my procedure on my leg, I have kind of lost my mojo. Has that ever happened to you? I'm sure it has. You will try to create. Of course, I know that right now I'm limited to how long I can sit without moving my leg, and it's a little hard to put it up under my desk here, and it needs to be elevated at a certain level. I am trying to do some walking, which is hard to do in 100-degree heat, so I'm walking around the house quite a bit, but nevertheless, that has nothing to do with me losing my mojo. I have watched videos, I have looked on Pinterest, and I've come in here and sat, and I just could not get anything to come together. And it's really frustrating to go through something like this. And I wanted to address that because I want you to know that it happens to all of us. It makes no difference if you're doing videos. There are times when my ideas flow so fast that I can't get them out fast enough. And those are those times where I'm putting up a video just about every day. And now I'm struggling to get one video up a week, which is my live. So I think for the last couple of weeks I've had one video to go up on Wednesdays, and that's been it. I apologize. Please stick with me. Don't leave me. I am working towards some things, and I do have a couple of projects that I want to bring to you. One I'm going to do today, and the other one I'm going to do probably tomorrow, or I might even save it for Wednesday. But the first one that I want to show you, I got inspired. Let me tell you how this came about. I was watching a video, and I thought, oh, I love that. I think I have that die. And when I came in and looked, I did not have that die. And I'm going to show you which one it is. If you have the catalog and you want to flip over to page 173, and you want to look right here, the second slot is called Picture This. And it's basically just two dies that cuts out rectangles and circles. I was thinking, you know, I can probably do that without having that die. I have rectangles and I've got circles, so let me see what I can do. So I'm going to go ahead and put my catalog away because I'm going to show you the products that I used. This is what I came up with, and let me zoom y'all in just a little bit. Oops, wrong way. So what I did is I used my stitched rectangles, which are here and here, and I used my stylish shapes, which are here, 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 and here, and here, and of course my banner for my happy birthday. And then what I did is I grabbed this little piggy birthday. This birthday piggy is the name of the stamp set, and I got some of these little sentiments off of there. Then I grabbed an old stamp set because I made this for someone and I wanted to send them something a little extra special. So I put this beautiful flourish inside, and this is from a previous stamp set that's no longer available, so don't look. And I put wishing you a wonderful birthday. So I kind of got that same look and feel by just using what I had. And I'm going to show you today how you can mix it up and use different shapes and different things and come up with your own. Now what I did is, it looks as though everything is cut out of our cardstock, our card base, but I didn't. I used a mat the same size as our card. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I laid it down and I cut out my triangles and my circles and my rectangles first, and I'm going to show you how I did that. So this time I think I'm going to do it on Sweet Sorbet. So let me grab a piece of my Sweet Sorbet. And all I did, and I want to make it the same. I'm not sure that I want to do it identical again, but I am going to take this small rectangle and maybe this one. Let's grab a couple of ours. Let's do a little different this time. Notice how I did the little triangle right there? let's do it a little bit different this time. Let's grab that square and maybe this circle. I don't know how many of these we can get on here, but we're gonna play with it and see what we can come up with. The best way when you are not feeling creative is just get in your craft room and grab some stuff out and play with it. To me, that is always the best way to kind of heal yourself from your I don't know, stumped feeling. I don't know what else to call it, but I was really not feeling like I was able to pull anything together, and that is just not me. So, I thought, well, let me bring this to all of you, because if I felt like this, I'm sure that y'all have in time. So I think I want to cut everything out something like that. And see how I just laid them all down in different areas. I am going to make sure everything is squared up, and I'm going to use some tape to kind of hold these in place. Even though I have that magnetic plate, I want these to stay in a specific spot. I want to make sure that my squares are squared up. So in doing that, I am going to make sure I adhere everything down perfectly. Because I don't want anything to move, especially this triangle, because triangles can be a bit tricky, and if they're off a little bit, they don't look good at all. So I did have another little, we can use this one, I think, for this little circle. All right, let's go ahead and run this through our die cut machine and see what we come up with. And you can see I only used 2 sets of dies, the stitched rectangles and my stylish the stylish shaped dies, which the stylish shape are new. So I'm going to bring my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine over. I'm going to zoom y'all out about like that so you can see. I'm just going to lay this on my plate, and yes, I'm still using my magnetic plate, but I'm beginning to see the problems that some people were having. You can see it starting to separate right there. So I can see that there was definitely a flaw in this. So I'm probably going to take this off pretty soon and just go back to using my regular cutting plates. I so am hoping that Stampin' Up will be able to get a magnetic plate that will work, because this is not good. Their second attempt, and I really thought this was going to be the solution to their problem, but so far it's not. All right, I'm going to pull this off. Let's go ahead and set this back over here. And I'm going to lift this up, and I want to pull my tape off very gently, because remember, we're not after the pieces inside, we are after the shape itself, this outer piece. So when you pull these off, you want to be extremely careful not to tear your paper. And I'm going to be super careful in getting this one off. And I've got ink all over my fingers because I had been stamping this morning and trying to get a few things done and trying to come up with some ideas, and it just feels so debilitating when you hit that brick wall and you think, oh my word, why am I not getting this? What is going on? Why am I having such a hard time being able to create, when creating has always come so easy for me? So I'm going to pull out, this is a piece of our Lovely in Linen cardstock, and let's just lay this over top of it and see if that is something we like. If it is, this would be a real easy card to make. I like it, but I don't love it. So let's see, what if we put this on white? What if we put this on pale papaya? Nope, that's a little bit too dark. I really love the pattern of this one. This would definitely work. I think we can make an easy card with this, and I think the only thing we're going to need to do is cut this off right here. I'm not even going to measure. I will give you the measurements in the actual description. We know this piece needs to be 5.5. So I'll tell you what, I'm not even going to mark it. I'm just going to take it to my trimmer, and we're going to cut that off at 5.5. I think I'm going to cut it on this end, so I'm going to go 5.5 right here and slice. And this should give us a piece that will perfectly match up with this, and it does. All right, we're going to go with that. I am going to get a piece of evening evergreen for a card base. This is what's so nice about having card bases already cut. I have them already ready. So I'm going to glue everything down to this. And then I think we might come back with this pale papaya. I don't know. I think I'm so indecisive because I love the look of the soft succulent as well. All right, I'm going to glue this on first. Let me show you how we're going to do this. We're just going to take some liquid glue, and I am going to use the regular bottle today because I don't have any little fine places to get glue. So what I want to do is I just want to wiggle some glue all along here. Making sure I'm getting good around the edges of any of those cutout pieces. Just like that. And now I'm going to bring this piece over and I'm going to stand it up. It seems like I have a better case of getting it even if I stand it up, or maybe not. Let's go right to that edge. Okay, once I get that, then I'll just lay it down and press everything down, just like so. Now I have my card base, so I'm going to go ahead and put some Stampin' Seal on this. I think Stampin' Seal will work really well for this piece. And I had my Stampin' Seal here just a minute. There it is. I'm gonna I'm not going to use a whole lot of Stampin' Seal. I just need a little bit around the edges just to hold this down. Something like that. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to hold this up. That's not quite where I want it. Let's open it up and try it right up to that score line. And all the way over to the side. Oh, that looks good. That looks really pretty. Okay, so now we need to decide what we want to do in these little areas. Now, I have some already cut that are the same size as these because we just cut them out. But do I want to use those? I don't think so. So I'm going to get some soft succulent, and I'm going to go back and cut just a smaller piece of these, and we'll meet right back up, and I'll show you how we're going to put those down. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I got these pieces cut. Now I'm thinking that if I center them in here like so. I didn't have a smaller piece for this one because that is the smallest, and I also accidentally did this piece for my rectangle when I should have grabbed the one size down. I should have grabbed this one, but it's done now. So what we do when we make a mistake, see, it should have been this one, and then I could have cut the piece out of this color. When we make a mistake, we don't give up, we don't quit, we don't throw the towel in. What we do is we go forth. So I decided that I'm going to go forth, and I'm going to put something else here over top of this to give me that what I'm wanting. So whether it's another circle over top of that, which would be absolutely lovely with maybe a flower or something on top of it, we can always improvise when we're creating. So never feel like that when you do something it's a waste, because it's not. It is an opportunity to create something new and different that you didn't see to start with. I'm going to zoom y'all back in because I want you to be able to see up close exactly what I'm doing. I'm thinking I might cut another piece of like this that's white to put underneath it. And I might even do a scallop, or do I want to do a scallop? Let's see. Let's look at my stylish shapes and see if the larger one will fit. And it won't fit in center, and that's, see, I wanted it to center, so we're not going to use that. This is how I roll. So I'm going to go in and grab my layering circles, and I'm just going to look at my scallop circles and see what I have that might be a tiny bit bigger than that. And that right there looks like it will work. Just a tiny bit bigger. I still want the stitching to show, but I'm going to try this with the pale papaya. Nope, I want to stick with my same color theme. I'm sorry. We're going to do the soft succulent. So I'm going to put this over and run it through real quick. I'll do that while we're still talking. No need to go off camera just to cut one piece. So I've got that piece cut, and let's just see how it looks. I think I might need it to be just a tiny bit bigger. So let's go one die cut larger, which would be that one. You know, trial and error. Don't throw these pieces away. Stick them in a bin or something where you can actually use them again, because there will come a time when you're going to need that, and you can pull your pieces out and say, haha, I already cut one of those, so I've got it. I think this is going to work. At least I hope so. Alright, I'm going to pop that out and pop this on top of it, and that looks beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and put these dies back together so I don't get them mixed up with the other ones. That's one thing you want to do when you're working with multiple dies. Make sure you put your dies back together. Otherwise, especially if you're working with, you know, circles and rectangles, because it's very easy. I know that this one goes here and these two go in here. So I'm going to put those back, and everything else that's out goes back with my stylish shapes. That just kind of keeps me on track of exactly what I'm working with. So we can put this one here. And I think for this card I want to do a little heat embossing. I think I'm going to put a banner. Let's see if this banner will work. I don't like that. Maybe one like that. Let's cut that out and see what it looks like. love the stylish shapes because if you notice, not only does it cut out the stitched part of your actual piece that you're cutting, but it also stitches, if you wanted to cut out, see, it stitches around the cut piece too. So it's kind of a dual die, if you might think of it that way, because you can use it both on your negative and your positive section. If any of that makes sense, I hope it does. Sometimes when you say things, they don't always come out exactly the way you mean them. So now we can put this piece right here. This one can go in here, and that will go there. And I think this is really a cute card. I think we can make this work. Put a little something extra here and there on it, and I think we'll have a cute card, even though I did do a little bit of a blunder. So I'm going to pick up these dies and just lay them back over here with the other pieces. It's another one of my little pet peeves. It's sort of like me cleaning my stamps. I'm very particular with my dies. Like I said, your stamps and your dies are an investment. They're things that you will use over and over and over. So I just always like to take really, really super good care of those particular items because the fact they are an investment. Now I'm going to go and pull some stamps and decide how I want to stamp this and what I want to put on this card. I know I want to do a banner somewhere on here. I'm just not sure where. I'm thinking maybe across here. If I do that, I might not need that. Or maybe we could do something like this. I don't know. I'm going to play with it and decide. I really like that little one right there and that one there. Let me look and see if I can find some stamps that will actually fit in there with sentiments that I'm looking for. You know, that can always be a bit of a tricky thing. If you can't find sentiments, you can also take a piece of your cardstock in the color that you want it, run it through your, put it in your printer, type up in a font that you like the sentiment, and then print it out and then die cut it. If you cannot find a sentiment that you like in your stamps, that's always an option, but you have a lot of sizing and things to do with that, so it's easier if you can find a stamp. I'm going to go searching and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back, and what I did is I pulled a couple of different stamp sets. This is actually a host set that's in our new annual catalog, and it's called Sit, Stay, Relax, and it has some beautiful little sentiments on it. Just sitting here thinking of you, hi friend, you feel like home to me, missing you, relish the day, wish you were here. Those are all cute sentiments. Also, by my side, life is better with friends like you, you did it, here for you. I'm not sure if I used any of these, but I'm thinking I might use life is better with friends like you if we can find a place to put it. But let's go ahead and get these stamped. My question is now, which color ink do I want to use? And I think I'm just going to go with a basic black, and I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo Black, and I am going to grab some stamp blocks that will fit these pieces, and we're going to see if we can get all of these stamped in a nice pretty black, and I think this is going to make the card pop. So I'm going to ink up really good. And I'm getting right over top of it and press. Relish the day. And that one is going to go right there. And let me go, I didn't clean my chamois, so I've been using my Stampin' Scrub. So I might need to squirt just a tiny bit of water on it to reactivate the stamp cleaner that's already on there. That's what I love about this. You can see once you add a little water, it just reactivates. See how it soaks up the stamp cleaner that's already on there, which is a great savings when you're cleaning. And this does give your stamps a really thorough cleaning. I don't know if you can see that, but they are squeaky clean when you finish cleaning them that way. So let's set that back over here. And I am going to grab my next one, and that's going to be Missing You. And we'll try to get this nice and straight here on my mat. See what I'm doing? I'm putting my point to point, so I know that that'll be straight. And then I'm going to come right across the middle and stamp Missing You. Got a little bit of ink up there at the top, but you know what? We're going to go with this. You'll know I'm a perfectionist, so I don't like it when it's not perfect, but oh well. Back to my Stampin' Scrub. And then we're going to do Half Round. Now this one is going to be very tedious because it's so tiny. So I'm going to line it up right there. I'm going to line this up right like that. Pick it up, ink it, and then I'm going to try to get that right in the middle. Ah, not bad. So that one's going to go right there. And then we're going to have this one right here that says, Just Sitting Here Thinking of You. And I think we might need, nope, I think we can do it with that one. So, again, ink it up really well. I like to look at mine sometimes and make sure that I've got enough of ink on them that's going to transfer, especially when I'm going to a darker paper or cardstock. Just Sitting Here Thinking of You. And then this piece is going to go on here. Just like that. I think I'm just going to use some regular glue to glue this down. Just a little liquid glue. And we're going to stick that down right in the center. So I have that nice little border, scalloped border around it. Isn't that cute? So cute. Let me go ahead and cover up this ink pad. I do want to put I might just put a little flower in the middle of that. We'll look at some embellishments and see what we got. Alright, this one, let me use my Mono Sand eraser and see if I can get that little bit of ink off of there. If I can't, I may have to. Oh, not too bad. So if I don't, I may have to re-stamp that. But that's better, I think. We'll put a little gem or something up there too to help camouflage. And this is going to go here. It's going to go there. And I think I want all of these to pop up. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to grab one here. I'm going to put maybe 2 on this one. We're going to put maybe 3 or 4 on this one. And let's see, if we might need minis on that little one. So I'm going to grab my mini dimensionals. These are so tiny. Sometimes I have trouble because I have big fingers and I have trouble getting them on here. But you know what? I seem to be doing okay today. So, alright, let's go ahead and pull these off. I always like to use my Take Your Pick tool, but I just didn't grab it to do that with, so we're just going to wing it. How about that? I'm going to wait and put that one on last. So let's do this one. Missing You. That's so pretty. And this one we're just going to stick in the center because I got an idea for that one. And then this little one. I love the little pieces. I think they're so cute. And we can put that down just like that. And then we need a dimensional on this one. A couple of them I think will probably do it. And Relish the Day. And then this one is going to go right about here. And up just a hair. Just like that. Now let me get my embellishments and I'll show you what I have in mind for this little, my little butterflies. I'm going to do a butterfly and I think I have some flowers. Let's see, where's my little, I think I had some flowers. Let's see. Let's go and look in here and see if I've got some in here. This is all ribbon. I'm going to have to hunt those down, but I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and improvise. I think my little girl needs to go out and potty. Do you need to potty? You need to go potty? So I am going to rush my way through the end of this. I'm going to put a butterfly right here. And I've got some little gold flowers. And I think we can probably do one of those. Like the little butterfly is flying toward the flower. I think that is super cute. And now we need to question whether we need to put a bow on it. That's always a question. I think just some rhinestone jewels on here will be gorgeous without anything else. So I'm going to grab some rhinestones out of here again. Shouldn't have put them away. I just want my basic rhinestones. There we go. Oh, this pack hadn't been opened. I know I got some in here that are open. So let me dig a little deeper. Do I not have a pack opened? I thought I did. I'll tell you what, let's use those iridescent rhinestones. Those are just as pretty, and actually they'll pick up the color of the sweet sorbet, which is always very, very nice. So what did I do with my take your pick tool? I'm going to use the putty end, and I'm going to grab one big one. We're going to put one big one right here. All right, baby girl. And I'm going to put one maybe right here. And let's do one more medium-sized one. This pack you have medium, small, medium, and large. Let's put one right there. And then we need to decide if we want to put this on here. I think it's going to get lost, so I think I'm going to use this on the inside. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to go let my dog out, and I'll come right back, and we will put a mat on the inside. We'll stamp the inside, and then we'll be good to go. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I think I got my little girl taken care of as well as my little boy. So I am ready to go ahead and finish this card. Now when you open this card, if you notice that you have a little bit of hangover, like I have, very simply lay it back into your trimmer, just like this, and line it up like so. And don't be afraid to just trim off that ever little bit. If you don't quite get it all, it's okay. Just put it back in there again. Put it back in there, line it up. I'm going to start right here, and I'm just going to trim that up. And now, well, I don't think I got it yet. You know why? Because we've got dimension on that, and it's holding it up and keeping it from cutting. So I'm going to try it this way. There we go. I think we got it that time. So, and if you get, I got a little bit of fuzzies like right there on that piece, it's okay. We're going to cut this piece as well, but I'm going to lay it this way and do it. And you know, I might have to do this one with the scissors because of my piece that's hanging over. I probably should have checked that before I actually finished my card, but that's okay. We're going to go right in here. Just enough to get that off so it's not so noticeable. And I made a mess on my trimmer, but that's okay. Ever so often, especially if you're trimming very short pieces like that, take your pick tool or anything that has a point on it and drag it into the track of your trimmer like that, and you'll be surprised the debris. Now, I just cleaned mine out the other day, so I didn't get a big amount. But normally, I'll get like a big hunk of paper lint. And yes, paper does have lint. It's crazy, but it really does. And it will build up in your track of your trimmer. And it will make your blade seem like it's dull when in fact it's not. So, alright. So, let's go ahead and cut us a piece of... I think I'm going to do the sweet sorbet and the soft succulent to put inside. So the sweet sorbet, just a minute and see if I got a piece down here. Alright, let's see if we got one up here. I'm sure we do. I cut a lot of those, but you know, I've been using these new colors pretty regularly, so I think I'm just about out, but I do have one. Alright, so I think what I want to do is I want to put a mat down of that color and then mat over it with this color. So let's measure this. This is already at 4, so we only need to cut that down just a little bit. By 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to bring my trimmer out and I'm going to cut this to 4. So we're going to cut this at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then we're going to cut this piece at 5. Let's go this way. 5 by 3 3/4, and that will give us that mat. So now all we have to do is mat this on top of this, but before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment in here. Life is better with friends like you. And I'm going to clean this little stamp off here before I go any further. And I'm going to need a little bit wider stamp block for this one, so I'm going to pick it up on here. And again, I think I'm going to go with my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And let's put it up to the top, about midway, right about like that. Life is better with friends like you. And if you want to, you could do a little stamp down in the corner. I don't think we're going to, because I don't want to take away from the other parts of this card. This is such a cute card, and I think if I bring in some of those other characters, it's going to take away from what we got going on here. So I'm just going to leave that as this. I'm going to go ahead and use some Stampin' Seal. Cover my ink up. Use some Stampin' Seal. And then we're going to put this on about like that. Give it a good press. Turn it over, and I'm going to do the same thing. More Stampin' Seal. You could use glue, whatever you prefer. I'm just doing this because this is just a real quick, easy way to glue my card down in a hurry. And now this is going to go in like so. So you're still going to see the Evening Evergreen. You're going to see the Evening Evergreen along with the Sweet Sorbet. No, Bella. No, no. Be a good girl. Be a good girl. We'll go out in just a minute. And then there is our card. Y'all have to let me know what you think of this. This particular design, the way I made it, using the circles and just kind of doing a little collage. And I'm going to show both of them. Both of my cards. What did I do with my other one? Oh my word. Well, y'all know I had it just a moment ago. Oh, there it is. There's the two cards. They're both different, but they're both beautiful in their own right. So it just goes to show how you can take your circles, your squares, and we even turned them into triangles. Our squares can easily be turned into a triangle, and our rectangles are so much fun. The different circles, the different things that you can do with all these. So experiment and play with these and see what you can come up with. We've got some more exciting things coming with circles coming really soon. Also, join me Wednesday. Wednesday we're going to be working with vellum. I think it'll be so much fun. I hope you'll enjoy it. I'll be live at 11 a.m. Wednesday morning. So if you can be there, please do. If not, catch the replay and leave me a comment. I love the comments. And the same thing here. Please leave me comments and let me know what you think of my two cards. And be it positive or negative, I'll take all the feedback I can get. I love you guys so much. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is so worthy. So until we craft again, know that you are loved, appreciated, and God go with you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.